Ahoy, my friends, Ryder here, and welcome back to another Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis video. Today, I'm going to be jumping into the new Final Fantasy IX crossover reawakened event, and I'm going to be showing you guys how to take down the EX3 Black Waltz fight. Now, this is definitely harder than I thought they were going to make it, but I'm going to be clearing it today with absolutely zero of the Final Fantasy IX weapons. It's still going to take a pretty strong team, but I think that if you can cover all these basic uh, foundations, I guess, or mechanics that you need for the team, you're definitely going to be able to take it down. So let's take a quick look at the fight itself. You will need Triangle Sigil. It will be a little bit tough. I'm not going to have a Triangle Sigil booster. It's still breakable for sure, although only 2 of your actual characters are going to be able to break the sigils, because he's going to freeze one of your characters in a block of ice right before this Triangle Sigil comes later on in the fight. Now, I'm not really going to focus on the other 2 characters just because we're going to take them out relatively fast, but you are going to want to bring basically only non-elemental DPS weapons into this fight. Whether those are physical or magical does not matter. If you see here, he is immune to magic defense, physical defense break. So if you guys want to bring something like that, that'll definitely help with your overall damage. He's going to use basically only primarily magic attacks throughout this fight. So we're going to bring magic defense up for the team and a magic attack break for the boss itself. When he goes into his force gauge flying, he will nullify physical damage. Exactly like all of the other fights leading up to this one, you will need magic damage to break it at that point in time. It's honestly just a little bit of a tougher fight. But yeah, like it says down here, magic defense, magic attack down are key. So this is going to be my team going into it, and I know that there's a lot of strong weapons here, but I am confident in the fact that if you guys can put together this relative setup that covers all the mechanics for this fight, you are going to be able to clear it with lower level OB weapons, because this basically counters the setup that's needed for the boss fight, essentially, right? So I'm just going to quickly go into my team here, how I built them, and how we're going to basically take down this fight. So I have Sephiroth over here, Limit Break Draw costume. We have just his regular Limit Break over here. I think I'll switch this one to Heliacal Rising, just because we're going to have a lot of debuffs on the boss, and that's going to increase the damage. Protector's Blade in the main hand has great R abilities, and then I'm bringing Aonibi here for the extra magic attack up and damage. All of his materias here are magic attack up stat sticks. The only thing that you guys really need for materia is a Triangle Sigil materia on all of your characters. So as you can see on Sephiroth, 1 triangle, Aerith, 1 triangle, and Barret, 1 triangle. Other than that, for the materia, for Sephiroth or your main DPS, all physical or magic attack up stat sticks. For your healer, I'm going to use all healing stat sticks. And for my breaker slash off DPS, I'm going to use whatever his attack type is. So Barret is physical here. All of my materia are physical stat sticks. Now, as for the other 2 characters, Aerith is going to be our primary magic defense buffer along with AoE healer. So I'm running her the Kamura dress along with the Kamura wand, and then the fairy tale right here for the AoE healing. She can easily be subsidized for Matt if you guys don't have Aerith. Either one work. It's easier to bring a magic defense up character that's also your healer for this fight in particular. Other than that, we have her Healing Wind Limit Break right here. There's no break, so you don't need Breath of the Earth. And then for Barret, I'm just running his Gear Voucher costume. Although, honestly, I might be able to change it because there's nothing here that I need for physical defense. So I think I'm actually going to change to the Scrap Armor. Really old costume right here, but I rarely get to use it. But you can just use the Gear Voucher HP physical defense. I just beat it with that one. I'm just switching to this one right here just because I really never get to use it. So yeah, on top of that, which works out, I'm using the Heavy Hauser here in the main hand. It's level 80, OB9. It's going to be a physical focused non-elemental damage weapon, but basically the reason that Barret is here is to do magic attack break, potency high, solid bazooka. So whichever character you have that can do that break, that's going to be key for basically lowering the damage in this fight and making it a whole hell of a lot easier. And then satellite beam for the limit break. I'm going to quickly go over the back-end stats. Sephiroth here, 142k power, 12.5k HP, 5k magic attack, and 151 magic defense. His R abilities are as shown here for you guys to check out. All right, and his sub-weapons are going to be the Umbrella Rod, the Electro Cannon, and the Power Soul. Yeah, for the HP magic ability potency. So whatever, basically he's a full-blown DPS character. All right, jumping over to Aerith right here. She's going to be sitting at 117k power, 12.8k HP. She's got 3k magic attack, 156 magic defense, and 3.2k healing. Her R abilities are as shown here for you guys to check out. All right, focusing buff, debuff, extension, and healing. And her sub-weapons are going to be Centipede, Guard Stick, and the best wishes here for physical defense, magic defense right here. Although, honestly, I could switch this to just any weapon that gives HP and magic defense right here. So I think I'll switch to that one right there. All right. And then last but not least, we have Barret here sitting 105k power, 10.8k HP. He's got 4.6k physical attack, 148 physical defense, magic defense, physical defense, magic defense. His R abilities are focused into HP, attack, physical attack, boost ability potency, and some buff debuff extension since he will be breaking. And his sub weapons are going to be the Umbrella here. This is a guild weapon. I know that it's a higher OB level than maybe you guys have, but any of the magic defense up, all guild weapons, even if you just have it at like OB2, just put that on there. Every single attack in this fight is magic based, so it is going to help a lot. For his other sub weapons, I have the Arctic Star, physical attack, buff debuff extension, and last but not least, the Black Whiskers, just for the hefty physical attack stat. Alright guys, so that is going to conclude my team for this fight. It is a fun fight. There's a lot of mechanics in this fight, which I really like about it. So it is cool to see it come back and to be able to fight a harder version of it in the future, especially with none of the actual Final Fantasy IX weapons in my setup, which is cool to see how much the game has really grown since this came out way back in the day, right? Alright, so at the beginning of this fight, we're going to do a couple things. Barret is going to immediately break the magic defense of the main guy. You want to focus the main guy, and Aerith is going to cast magic defense up right here at the start. Alright, that's going to give you enough defenses to tank the first hit. Alright. And then we're going to quickly counter with a Curaga and continue breaking the main boss's magic attack throughout this point in time. Alright. Switching over to Barret, and we're going to double Doom Impact. Sephiroth should Frenzied Spirit on his own. It looks like he didn't. Oh, he did. I accidentally did it twice. But it's alright, it's alright. Okay. Alright, so now he's fully broken on the magic attack. We have magic defense up. You'll see that their big initial attack is going to be quite tankable. Alright? After this point in time, I'm going to switch to this first guy over here, and we're going to start taking this guy out as fast as possible. Alright? He does have a little bit of a buff right there. I don't have anything to break that buff. You could bring like a Mana Breach. Actually, I do believe I actually have a Mana Breach on Sephiroth right here. It just so happens to be my magic attack stat stick for Sephiroth. So that actually works out. So I'll do a couple of those. And then when they go to attack, alright, so there goes that next attack. Magic defense went down. Just make sure that you are, staying on top of your buffs, everything that you need in order to survive the fight. They can build up damage relatively fast, alright? Okay, so the first one's going to go down. Now we're switching over to the second one right here. You'll see that he gets a pretty big magic attack buff. So we're going to immediately break that guy's right now. Alright. And then we're going to switch back over to the main guy because he gets a humongous magic attack buff as well. Alright. So essentially a lot of the fight is just maintaining your breaks and your regular buffs. As long as you're able to do that, the fight is not so bad. But if you let them continue to keep their buffs up the entire time, it will really start to take its toll on your team, and quite fast at that. Alright, so we have the main boss fully broken right now. We are fully buffed right here. Alright, so here he's going to go into his Eliminate All. He's going to get a huge physical and magic attack buff up, or just magic, I guess it is. Alright. Going to take everyone back up to full. He's going to freeze lock us. You can't really do anything to Aerith while she's in this state. It's unfortunate that my magic defense is about to wear off. But we will get the magic attack break right here on him, which is going to be more than enough for her to survive. Alright, so there we go. Our Frenzied Stance on Sephiroth. And we're just going to keep on going back to where we were going. Alright, I'm going to... Ooh, I used the Spiritual Harmony at the wrong time. It's not going to actually give... Oh, it did give the magic... No, it doesn't give the magic defense right here. Alright, so I'm actually going to go for a heal, get myself above 50% HP, which is what I need for that to actually trigger. So next time he goes to attack, I will cancel his attack animation. Alright, so there's the freeze lock. Alright, so probably the sigil break is about to come. Alright, we should get a little bit of a window here. Hopefully enough to cast the magic defense buff with Aerith. I think we should just have it, guys. Alright, looking good. There's the freeze lock. I should have saved ATB with Barret right there. Alright, so Sephiroth is the one that's frozen. I just got to get off this one last hit with Barret right here. It's going to be so close, guys. Alright, so there it is. I'm going to make sure to break him right here. Aerith is going... I'm actually just going to re-up the magic defense buff right there. Alright. And at this point in time, we've gotten through the hard part of the fight. We just have to make it all the way to the end right here, which is very close. And there you guys have it. So that is the Ruin Waltz EX3 fight. Probably everyone is going to have different setups going into this, but if you guys bring those key mechanics into this fight, bring the right weapons to counter them and to break them at the right point in time, you are going to definitely be able to take that down. If you guys have any questions, I am more than happy to help you guys out. Just drop a comment in the video and I will get you guys through the clear or work as hard as I can to help you guys get through that. So that being said, if you guys enjoyed this video today, the throwback to Final Fantasy IX crossover, please don't forget to drop a like, subscribe to the channel for more Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis content. I will catch you guys on the next video. Hope you all have a wonderful night. Take care and peace.